Welcome to another episode of Band Buzz, where we talk about all the latest HBCUs that's trending right now. Listen, before we get started, make sure you hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe for your brother because I'm giving you all the HBCU news that I'm finding out right now. But let's talk about this Jackson State situation. This ain't even about the band. This is something totally different. This is about the stadium that they have, right? This is about the stadium, and this is about not funding HBCUs properly, but you will fund a PWI. Can we talk about that? Let's get into it. So, word on the street is Jackson State tries to pretty much apply to get a new stadium on their campus. Now, what y'all don't understand is I did some research, right? I did some research. And what I found out something very, 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 very important. And this is what's going to probably shock you, okay? Now, as we can see, let me break this. Okay, as we can see, right? This is Mississippi Veteran Memorial Stadium, right? And right here, this is Jackson State. So, mind you, Jackson State has to travel probably about roughly, traffic says about 12 minutes, but roughly about 20 minutes to get to a stadium that's not even on their campus. I didn't even know that. I thought the the stadium was actually on campus. I didn't know they had to travel. So you mean to tell me each game they have to travel 12 minutes to get to a stadium? They got to travel 12 minutes to get back? That is crazy. I never would have thought. But then again, I was doing my research again, right? And I came to try to figure out how far is Ole Miss Stadium from pretty much from their campus. And this is what I found. It says Vaught Hemingway Stadium is located directly on the University of Mississippi, Ole Miss campus in University of Mississippi, adjacent to Oxford. And I started to think, huh, they have a campus. They have a stadium on campus. So why don't Jackson State? Why don't they have a stadium on campus? And this is where I came to this article. Now, this article, let me make sure I got the article so y'all can see it as well. Hold on now, let me make sure. Oopsie daisy, that's not what I want to do. Let's see. All right, cool. Let's get into it. So this is the article that I found today, and it says proposed new Jackson State Stadium plans to hit another legislative roadblock. Legislative roadblock. Excuse me. I'm country. My fault. All right. It says a bill that aimed to jumpstart plans for a new multi-purpose stadium at Jackson State has died in committee. That's not a coincidence. House Bill 117, introduced by Representative Robert Johnson during the 2020-26 legislation session, failed to advance this week, according to WLBT. The proposed call for a $40 million appropriation from the state general fund to the boards of trustees of the State Institution of Higher Learning. The funds will have served as seed money for planning, design, and initial construction of the project. A similar measure has been introduced in previous legislation sessions, but has yet to gain enough traction to move forward. Johnson, who has championed a new stadium for Jackson State, said in January interview that he remains committed to the effort. He added that he will also be open to pursuing legislation to secure funding for renovations at the Mississippi Veteran Memorial Stadium, the Tigers' home field since 2011. Johnson said to propose stadium projects will cost roughly $250 million, with $40 million allocated from the state if House Bill 117 passes. House Bill 117 is the newest in a recent lines of proposed legislation measures to secure funding. We're gonna cut that out. Like I was saying, during the 2025 legislative session, Johnson introduced House Bill 137, which didn't make it past the committee phase. Senate Bill 3151, introduced the current Jackson mayor, John Horton, suffered the same fate because the location couldn't be agreed upon. Now let's keep reading, shall we? It says current Mississippi Governor Tate Reeves suggests that in 2022 that he wasn't pleased with the notion that Jackson State couldn't fund a proposed football stadium using taxpayers' dollars. Interesting. He said, I'm not really excited about Jackson State. Build a football stadium, he says. At most 4 universities, they built stadiums through the donations of alumni. Interesting. Jackson State most recently conducted a feasible study on the matter according to its 2021 strategic plan. The state Senate bill introduced to provide $40 million to Jackson State for its stadium efforts did not advance past the legislation session. Jackson State had hoped to construct a stadium within 5 years. Athletic director Ashley Robinson previously told a local Jackson TV station in 2021. Jackson State led FCS in attendance in 2025, averaging 28,733 fans per game. Now, I was doing my research and I said, what does the governor look like for Mississippi? And I'm going to show you a picture and I want you to understand. This is why. This is why. Right? This is why right here. Right here. This man right here. He don't want to see HBCUs he don't want to see us really grow. He don't want to see HBCUs. It's not just a Mississippi thing. This is going on throughout the whole entire country. They don't want to see us really grow. They don't want to see us asking for, like, it's so crazy. If Ole Miss want to build a new stadium right now, or Mississippi State want to build a new stadium right now, they're going to get that money. They're going to get that money because of what? This man right here. Now, if we're going to ask him for some money at Jackson State, he's going to be like, no, we're not going to. He's not going to do that because he's thinking, oh, you should be using taxpayer dollars for a stadium, which I understand. I'm not trying to get into politics. I ain't trying to do none of that type of stuff. But you think about it, he doesn't like HBCUs. I'm sorry. I'm being honest with you. I'm rooting for the city of Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi. I'm rooting for y'all, baby. I'm rooting for you because it's ridiculous. Y'all have to travel 12 minutes to get to a stadium that's not really, I mean, it's kind of yours, but it's really not. I feel like, but still, it's crazy to have these conversations where us black folks, we're trying to really elevate. We're trying to elevate. We're trying to actually do better. But as we have crook people that's in office that don't want to see us do better. So then if you really think about it, nobody knows about Mississippi other than Jackson State. Nobody really cares. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'll be honest with you. This is for me, my personal opinion. And I'm not calling nobody out. So calm your horses. What I'm saying is nobody really talks about, that I know of, Ole Miss. Nobody really talks about Mississippi State. Nobody talks about any other colleges that I heard of other than Jackson State. Jackson State has made they made their footprint in the state of Mississippi, in the world. To not only get featured in Coachella, the ESPN Band of the Year, Super Bowl, the last Super Bowl, actually, not this past one, but the last one, and the Michael Jackson tribute. Now, which band and which school is getting offers like that? Huh? You would think that Ole Miss would get a shot to be in a Michael Jackson tribute. No. You would think Mississippi State, Go Bulldogs, will get a chance to be in a Michael Jackson tribute movie. No. This is going to be one of the biggest movies that premiere in 2026. And for them to get recognized like that, and you have a governor that don't want to see Jackson State really flourish, that speaks volumes. That speaks volumes. It really do. And I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm saying that to be real with you because you have to understand something. They don't want to see us, our HBCUs, prosper. They don't want to see that. They don't. To be honest with you, they really want us to fail as HBCUs. Matter of fact, like Morris Brown failed because of money situations, mishandling money. Now we're trying to do something productive. We're not asking for them to build a new school for us. We're just asking to put a stadium on campus, so the students don't have to travel 12 minutes just to get to the stadium. You know how much money the band be? I know the band just to travel from Jackson State all the way to the stadium. I know that probably costs a couple of thousands, or probably cheaper than that. But still, it's crazy to me, man. But let me know what you guys think in the comments. Do you think this is crazy? How they keep trying to prolong Jackson State from getting the stadium? I think I know why, but I can't say it on here because you know how people are. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. And matter of fact, if you haven't liked the video so far or you subscribe, make sure that you subscribe so you won't miss any of the HBCU band news at Band Buzz. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.